What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Entertainment Plaza Games, where we bring you your latest and greatest gaming news each and every week. Today, we got 5 or 6 stories on the Plaza Report. Unfortunately, today I'm doing it all alone. My brother from another mother decided he needed to get his swole on today, and I was like, "Yo, do your thing, Brian. Do your thing." Anyways, like I said, 5 to 6 stories on the Roper or the Plaza Report today. But first, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you go on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Stitcher. Leave us a comment. Leave us 5 stars. Subscribe on Twitch. Whichever one you like, you go do. But preferably, YouTube is where it's at. Subscribe. Leave a comment. Thumbs up. Thumbs down if you don't like it. It doesn't matter to me. Either way, we're going to get some recognition. But without further ado, we're going to get started with story number one. This one is written, it's actually from the PlayStation blog, written by Grace Chen, who happens to be the vice president and network advertising and loyalty and license of let me restart this. See, I don't have Brian with me, right? So I am struggleando, as they say in Spanish. It's Grace Chen, who happens to be the vice president of network and loyalty and licensed merchandise. She writes, throughout our company's 27-year history, we have been continually moved by how meaningful gaming experiences can create fond, lifelong memories for players. All of us at PlayStation take special joy in creating unique products and experiences that delight our fans. This includes everything from our consoles and critically acclaimed games to community challenges such as Seize the Throne and Treat Codes to digital and live events including State of Play. Excuse me.
In this video, I want to talk some major news
Sorry
that
about
just
that,
dropped
guys.
this
Sorry
morning
about that.
regarding the new
Here we go. With that being said, she goes on to say, today I'm pleased to reveal PlayStation Stars, a brand new loyalty program that celebrates you, the player, for being on this ever-growing gaming journey with us. PlayStation Stars will be free to join when it launches later this year. Once you've become a member, you will earn rewards by completing a variety of campaigns and activities. Our monthly check-in campaign simply requires you to play any game to receive a reward, while other campaigns require you to win tournaments, earn specific trophies, or even be the first player to platinum a blockbuster title in your local time zone. All PlayStation Stars members will have opportunities to to earn loyalty points. Points can be redeemed in a catalog that may include PlayStation Network wallet funds and select PlayStation Store products as an additional benefit. PlayStation Plus members enrolled in PlayStation Stars automatically earn points for purchases on PlayStation Store. Also, as part of the PlayStation Stars, we are unveiling a new type of reward called digital collectibles. Collectibles are as diverse as our portfolio of products and franchises. They are digital representations of things that PlayStation fans enjoy, including figurines of beloved and iconic characters from games and other forms of entertainment, as well as cherished devices that tap into Sony's history of innovation. There will always be a new collectible to earn, an ultra rare collectible to strive for, or something surprising to collect just for fun. We hope this new program brings to mind past gaming memories while making you excited for the future with PlayStation, commemorating the gaming eras we created together, charting new paths to explore, and bringing players together for global celebrations. This is just the beginning for PlayStation Stars, and the program will continue to evolve over time. We are currently doing some early tests on this program before launching it later this year in phased regional rollouts. She goes on to say, we hope you'll enjoy the program once it launches. We'll be back with more updates in the future. Thank you for reading. So, my thoughts on this, right? That's why all you guys are here. One, they've already copied Xbox with their Game Pass and the PlayStation Plus tiers with the Essential, Extra, and whatever the third one is. Xbox actually has a similar feature to PlayStation Stars. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but every time I log on to Xbox Game Pass or I play Halo or I download a new game, doesn't matter what I do on Xbox layout, you get an extra like token or coin to use on Xbox website, and you can get physical stuff, digital stuff, so on and so forth. Number one, I'm not mad that they're doing it. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. I am not mad that PlayStation's doing this. I'm actually glad they're following Xbox's suit, only because that's good for us. Two, for me, as far as collecting the digital rare collectibles, that sounds a lot like NFTs to me. Now, I did read earlier today that PlayStation said these definitely are not NFTs. So I hope they're staying away from that because Everybody and their mom absolutely hates NFTs and blockchain and all that. Three, it says you can earn extra points or loyalty points if you're one of the first ones to do a certain thing in a game, like get the platinum trophy. I'm already out of the, you know, I'm already out of that one because I rarely platinum games. I have like two or three games that I've platinum since the PS3. Um, so I'm definitely out of the running for that. And I'm definitely, even if I did platinum, I will never be the first one to platinum a game because let's face it, most adults have lives. So, at this point, it's going to be something where, you know, I can see a lot of kids getting this, a lot of teenagers getting these loyalty points, and I can see people in the industry getting these loyalty points, like podcasters who this is their actual job, unlike myself, who, I'm just starting the podcasting thing and hopefully hoping to get, you know, to where a lot of these bigger guys are. But all in all, I think it's actually a good thing. It's cool that you can get loyalty points. Hopefully, I can actually manage to snag some points, playing God of War Ragnarok, which I actually pre-ordered today. I got the Jotnar edition. I happened to get two for some reason. Brian got one today. He actually snagged one before I did, and I was like, "Oh man, if you got this and I can't get it, I'm going to your house and I'm robbing you." But either way, November 9th, I'll be there streaming it live, and I can't wait. I'm actually going to do an unboxing on it too. So, but enough about PlayStation Stars. Let's move on to story number two. That is, let's see, where we get here. So GameSpot, this is from GameSpot.com. Now get this, right? This is absolutely hilarious. I need you guys to listen here. Unity CEO. Unity CEO says you're a effing idiot if you don't think about monetization during creative process. He has since apologized. His name is John Ritchie Tiello, and he said his, that his comments were taken out of full context. The current and this I'm sorry, this article is written by Demi Williams from GameSpot.com. She goes and she says the current Unity CEO and former EA boss John Ritchie Tiello has said that if studios don't consider monetization in their games during the creative process, they're an effing idiot. But has since apologized for his comment. During a recent interview with PocketGamers.biz, the CEO discussed the announcement that Unity and Iron Source will be merging, while also touching on the criticism both companies have received regarding the inclusion of monetization during earlier development. Ferrari and some of the other high-end car manufacturers still use clay and carving knives, Ricciello said. It's a very small portion of the gaming industry that works that way, and some of these people are my favorite people in the world to fight with. They're the most beautiful and pure, brilliant people. They're also some of the biggest effing idiots, Ricciello says. The CEO went on to elaborate on his former comment, explaining that the games industry has changed over their years, saying it used to be the case that developers would throw their game over the wall to the publicist and sales force with literally no interaction beforehand. That model is baked into the philosophy of a lot of art forms and medium, and it's one I'm deeply respectful of. I know their dedication and care. But this industry divides people between those who still hold to that philosophy and those who massively embrace how to figure out what makes a successful product. And I don't know a successful artist anywhere that doesn't care about what their player thinks. This is where this cycle of feedback comes back, and they can choose to ignore it, but choose to not know it all. To not know it all is not a great call. Following Richie Tiello's comments, he's received backlash from members of the development community, with some strongly disagreeing with the CEO's sentiment. Uh, Ben Esposito goes on to say, or Esposito, I made Apple's iPhone Game of the Year 2018, Donut County, using Unity. But according to their CEO, I'm a big effing idiot for not making Whole IO, the free-to-play game that ripped it off, said indie game developer Ben Esposito. Regan Hackett, a developer who worked on If Found, responded on Twitter saying, John Ricciello thinks I'm an idiot. I think he's a little greedy capitalist pig who only cares about money. I'm so tired of people like him ruining things I love. However, today, Ricciello tweeted out his apologies and said his words were taken out of full context, adding that he was deeply sorry if what I said offended any game dev. This isn't the first time Ricciello has commented on monetization in games. In 2011, he defended the use of microtransactions, saying it's a great model and it represents a substantially better future for the industry. Unity has faced criticism recently after it laid off 200 workers shortly before acquiring Iron Source in a $4.4 billion all stock deal. Richie Tiello reportedly assured employees 2 weeks before the news that there would be no layoffs during an all hands meeting, but went on to lay off 4% of his workforce. Yeah. So one, Richie Tiello, he's a scum. If you're going to be a CEO of a gaming company, the last thing you want to do is divide your devs, your gaming devs. He obviously used to be with EA, which I mean they're notorious for monetization in games. So I can't really say that I'm surprised that he's taken that same mindset to Unity. Um, and then also laying off 200 workers, which seems to be the thing these days. Apparently, GameStop did the same thing with some Game Informer workers. They own the Game Informer magazine, and also some GameStop, workers. They laid off a lot of people because they're in the NFT game now, and apparently that's where they need to focus, and they can't focus on their retail stores or their magazine anymore. But that's beside the fact. I digress. Richie Tiello making these comments saying that if you don't monetize your games, that you're an effing idiot is absolutely wrong. I mean, look at games like God of War 2018 or Ratchet and Clank or Ghost of Tsushima, Halo. All these games, they are not. Well, don't get. Let me retract. Halo is a game where they monetize, but a lot. Let's just go with a lot of Sony first-person narrative games that are the bangers, so to speak. None of them are here to kind of nickel and dime you on video games, and they're some of the best selling games ever, some of the most profitable games ever. So for him to say this is absolutely amazing. I mean, not amazing, but it's buku nuts in my opinion. But with that being said, let's move on to story number. Oh shoot! I just got attacked by a bug. Story number 3. It goes like this: Sega Genesis Mini 2 arrives in October. That's right, guys. This is by Game Informer, written by Marcus Stewart. It goes, after being announced for Japan last month, Sega Genesis Mini 2 has a North American release date. And it's arriving just in time to shove it into a kid's trick-or-treat bag, or you can keep it yourself and play it. Up to you. I will be that guy keeping it myself and playing it. I have the first Sega Genesis Mini up there somewhere. I can't really bring it down right now, but it's definitely up there with all the other mini consoles that came out throughout the years. The article goes on to say on October 27th, this more powerful version of the previous Mini holds over 50 titles, including Sega CD games. It also tosses in one never released bonus game, Star Mobile. The console itself has been designed after the Genesis Model 2 and will retail at $102.38 since it's being sold through Sega of Japan and can only be purchased through Amazon. The confirmed library game so far is as follows: Afterburner 2, Alien Soldier, Bonanza Brothers, Fantasy Zone, Lightning Force Quest for the Dark Star, Mansion of Hidden Souls, that's the Sega CD game, Night Striker, The Ninja Warriors, The Ooze, Outrun, Outrunners, Rainbow Islands Extra, Rolling Thunder 2, Shining Force CD, Sega CD game, Shining in the Darkness, Sylphied, another Sega CD game, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic CD, Splatterhouse 2, Star Mobile, Super Hang On, Vector 2, Vector Man 2, and Virtual Racing. Um, I don't know about you guys, but I am super excited to see and play with the Sega Genesis Mini 2. I really hope that I can get my hands on the little expansion they have for it, where it looks like you have a Sega CD, or you have it mounted onto a Sega CD, which I actually have back here somewhere. I have Sega CD, Sega Genesis. I mean, I got so many consoles, it's not even funny. But yeah, I'm definitely excited. The first Sega Genesis Mini was absolutely amazing. All the games are so good. That's probably the mini console that I've played the most. I actually played the TurboGrafx one a lot too, but I'm excited for the Sega Genesis Mini 2. I hope I can get the Sega CD Mini with it, like I did with the 32X Mini as well. But what you guys let me know down here at on the bottom at the comments. YouTube, remember, subscribe, like. What games are you looking forward to playing, and what games you're hoping that they announce, because they've really only announced about 25 of them so far, and there's going to be 50. So I am definitely excited, and I cannot wait to see what they have up their sleeves. So, but story number 4. This one, Brian, my friend, my brother, this story is for you. And it is, yes, you guessed it, a Pokemon story. And it's written by Ethan Gatch. And it goes, Pokemon community is in a frenzy over blurry pictures that look like Bigfoot JPEGs. It's been over a month since the last official news dump about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and a flurry of unofficial and extremely blurry images purportedly leaked from an unfinished build of the game are now filling the void. Fans have no idea if they're real, but that hasn't stopped them from rushing to create new fan art, speculate about alternate endings, and debate possible new mechanics. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet take place in a new Spain inspired region, feature alternate professors, and a borderless, open world layout that appears to build on the previous flow of exploration in Pokemon Sword and Shield and Pokemon Legends Arceus. But while players have been introduced to the next round of starters and legendary Pokemon, there's still a ton more they don't know. Out November 18, Game Freak still hasn't even revealed the official name of the region in the new Pokemon game. That's where this new batch of alleged leaks comes in. While game leaks are a dime a dozen, and Pokemon leaks have an especially long and checkered history, a stream of potato quality JPEGs purportedly revealing new Pokemon and gym leaders have really gripped fans' imaginations. That's partly because the world of Pokemon, from cards to anime to games, is on a roll right now, and expectations for Scarlet and Violet are running particularly high. But it's also the nature of the leaked images themselves, which have just enough detail to fuel the fandom and just enough ugly, blown up pixels to require a lot of extra detective work to make any meaning out of them. The apparent leaks began on July 11th with a batch of low-res images claiming to show 7 of the 8 new gym leaders, as well as Scarlet and Violet's rival, Reshared by the PKMN Leak and Central Leak's fan accounts, it was hard to make heads or tails of them. Some were so blurry you couldn't even make out the eyes. Most only showed the heads, adding to the intrigue. Adding to the intrigue was the fact that a leak account called Riddler Coup had shared cryptic tweets from a month earlier that seemed to line up with some of the new images. That was just the beginning. More images purported to show evolutions for 2 of the starters, Sprigatito and Quaxley, as well as Lechonk, the Spanish ham that took the internet by storm last month. To try and legitimize the leaks, fans even started comparing the number of curling leaves in Sprigatito's base form with the number of purple flecks extruding from its evolved form. PKMN Leak even tried to upres some of the images to make them less blurred. Much fan art ensued. 3 pink lines with a black smudge at the top became a flamingo. It was all coming from one source, a Twitter account followers have taken to calling Mr. K to protect its identity. It went private shortly after the leak started blowing up, and later was deleted altogether before re-emerging the next day. According to the Pori Leaks account, which has also been following the frenzy, Mr. K changes Twitter handles each day to dump more leaks before disappearing again. He tweets a burst of new He tweets a burst of new info for a few hours. Pori leaks told Kotaku. If he starts noticing people posting about him on 4chan or Twitter using his name or handle, he then changes his @. It's the same Twitter account, but he keeps changing his name and often. The community believes Mr. K to be a tester given the mix of impressions and hard info in his leaks. Adding legitimacy is the fact that a previous leaker who goes by Uncle Riddler on the Chinese social media platform Baidu is reposting some of them. Uncle Riddler is associated with Pokemon leaks going back to the Sun and Moon games on the 3DS. So, I did this story in memory of my brother Brian because he decided to go get swole at the gym. He's at Planet Fitness, like lifting like 5 pound dumbbells, whatever it may be. But Brian, look, man, I don't know if you knew this, but what's his name's going to be in the game? Bigfoot. Bigfoot's going to be in the game. I think that's going to be like the last boss. I don't know. Gym leader. I don't know. I think Ash Ketchum is about to get his ass catched. I don't know what I'm saying. But look, Brian, when you get out from the gym, you go and look at this podcast so that you can find out that Bigfoot is going to be in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But enough about that because I'm not the biggest Scarlet and Violet guy. We're going to go on to our last story, which is one that I did it last for a reason. And the reason is because us here at the Entertainment Plaza, we are going to bring out that's right, a new type of podcast. So we are going to call it Game Pass or Ass. And you may be asking, what exactly is Game Pass or Ass? So we are going to pick one game every month on Game Pass. We're going to play it. And at the end of the month, we're going to do a podcast reviewing it, and we're going to tell you whether it's Game Pass or ass. If it's Game Pass, it's a great game or a good game. If it's ass, you better stay away. The first one, as you can see on the screen, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. And the story that follows, I did it last because I wanted to tell you guys about the new podcast coming up. And the story goes TMNT Shredder's Revenge sells 1 million copies in 1 week. Tribute games throwback to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle beat 'em ups of old is doing very, very well. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge was released last month across multiple platforms and to widely positive reviews. Now, the studio behind the retro inspired arcade beat 'em up has shared the news that TMNT Shredder's Revenge sold 1 million copies in just its first week. Impressive as shall, I say. That was funny. Developed by Tribute Games and published by Emu, TMNT Shredder's Revenge dropped on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and PC on June 16th. And apparently, according to a new tweet from Tribute Games, the co-op brawler was able to shift 1 million copies by June 23rd. They go on to say, "We are humbled to have so many people sharing our love of the Turtles," tweeted Tribute Games. 1 million copies sold in its first week calls for a Mondo pizza party with tubular toppings. Thanks again to all of you all over the globe and in Dimension X. Interesting to remember that Shredder's Revenge was released day one on Xbox Game Pass, making this million copies sold stat even more impressive. That's where I'm playing it. That's where you can see me play it on twitter.com/the Entertainment Plaza and later on youtube.com/the Entertainment Plaza. And now, a few weeks past the initial release date of June 16th, it's very likely that the newest TMNT game has sold even more than 1 million copies. All that money could buy a lot of pizza. Kotaku's very own Jeremy Winslow described the game as a gnarly time that only becomes more bodacious when you bring in some friends and play co-op together. And I agree. I've already beaten the game 3 times with 2 different groups of people via couch co-op and had a blast each time. I don't even really care about TMNT or arcade beat 'em ups. Yeah, I still had a radical time with Shredder's Revenge. So, again, with that being said, I am super excited to get into this game. I've actually played like the first level so far. I'm going to play more. As you can see on the screen, this game looks freaking awesome. Now, will it stay awesome? Will I continue liking it, midway through the game or, the end game? I think so, but I am curious to see what Brian has to say, Gylan has to say, Andy and Angel. We all have different tastes in games. We all like some of the same things, and we like a lot of different things. So, once again, remember, tune in at the end of this month. Don't know exactly which day, but sometime at the end of this month, we're going to, come out with a new podcast called Game Pass or Ass, and we're going to let you know whether TMNT Shredder's Revenge is Game Pass or ass. But anyways, hey, I'm solo today. I feel a little awkward here just talking to myself. It feels like, I miss you, Brian. Anywho, Brian will be here on the next one. It'll go a lot smoother. I won't be doing all this crazy stuff by myself, doing the whole production thing in the background and so on and so forth. But with that being said, guys, remember, you are watching live on twitch.tv/the Entertainment Plaza. You will catch this on youtube.com/the Entertainment Plaza in probably less than an hour or so. And then a little bit after that, you'll find it on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Stitcher. Please, please, please do us a favor. Subscribe, like, dislike. It doesn't matter. Give us some stars, comment. We need that from you guys. And, when it happens, we really will appreciate it. But until next time, I'm Moses. I'm struggling. Peace.